A very good evening to you. It's Monday, the 19th of April 2010, and this is Prime TV News. I am Sasanka Das. Here are your top stories. President Rajapaksa visits ITN, the first by a head of state to a local television station. All arrangements are in place for the repoll in Navalapiti and Trincomalee. Ballot boxes have already been deployed. A special meeting takes place between the President and the UNP leader. Air travel between Sri Lanka and Europe is further paralyzed. There are obstructions to the dispatch of mails too. The Colombo Boars is on a record-breaking spree. And in news overseas, EU is to resume half of the flights grounded by the Icelandic volcanic ash. We start off on a very high note today. President Rajapaksa visits the independent television network, adding another new experience to the historic path of the media channel.
The President arrived at the head office of the ITN at Vikramasinghapura in Battaramulla this afternoon. It is the first visit by a Sri Lankan head of state to the independent television network. It is also historic as a state leader had not made a visit to any local TV channel hitherto. The President unveiled the newly refurbished Buddhist shrine room at the ITN premises. Thereafter, he offered flowers to the Buddha statue. He also declared open the newly constructed 4-story building of the news division. The President then named the new ITN studio complex after AP Samarakon and declared open it.
අපේ ප්‍රධාන මැදිරිය මෙන්ම තවත් සියලු පහසුකම් වලින් සමන්විත මැදිරියක අවශ්‍යතාවයක් තියෙනවා. කැපවීම් වල ශක්තියයි මෙසේ අප සියලුම දෙනා භුක්ති විඳින්නේ මේ සියල්ල අප භුක්ති විඳිනවා ආසෙම සමස්ත ශ්‍රී ලංකින්නේ විශේෂයෙන් සඳහන් කරන්නට ඕනේ තවත්.
He monitored the massive physical development effected to the independent television network in the recent past. It was under the President's guidance that independent television became a media network with the introduction of Vasantham TV, Vasantham FM, Prime TV and Prime Radio. The mega development which had taken place at ITN with the introduction of new buildings earned President's accolades. The President said that he had listened to the progress achieved by ITN. He said he agreed to it. The President also seized the opportunity to record a statement in ITN's autograph to mark the first visit to a local electronic media establishment by a Sri Lankan head of state. ITN Chairman Anura Siriwardana presented to the President a portrait produced by artist Shantha K. Hera. Many distinguished persons graced this historic occasion.
All arrangements are finalized for the repoll at Navalapiti and Trincomalee. The repoll will be held tomorrow. The transport of ballot boxes to the polling booths took place this morning. The ballot boxes were transported to the polling stations in which the poll during the general election in the Navalapiti electorate were annulled. About 900 officers will be manning the polling centres. Kandy returning officer Gotabaya Jayaratne said there will be 6 counting centres. Security has been beefed up until the polling ends. In the meantime, the ballot boxes for the Kumurupiddi polling booth in Trincomalee have been dispatched along with the necessary documents. Officials will also handle the polling activities. District Returning Officer TTR De Silva said the background for the conduct of the poll in a peaceful environment has been prepared. Representatives of the United People's Freedom Alliance have met the Elections Commissioner. Their discussions centred on the re-poll to be held tomorrow at the Navalapiti Electorate and the Kumurupidi polling booth in Trincomalee. They assured the election chief their full dedication to the conduct of a poll free and fair. The President has issued instructions to the security sectors to enforce law and order. The Freedom Alliance representatives told the Elections Commissioner that there would be no obstructions to their supporters for the re-poll tomorrow. SLFP General Secretary Maithripala Sirisena, Freedom Alliance General Secretary Susil Premjanth, Senior Deputy President of the SLFP Nimal Siripala De Silva and Treasurer Dallas Alahaperuma were present at this meeting. You're watching Prime TV News. Still at home. A special meeting between President Rajapaksa and the leader of the UNP, Ranil Wickremesinghe, has been held. It was held at the Temple Trees this morning. The meeting is reported to have focused attention on several issues. It is for the first time that the UNP leader and the President had met after the conduct of the general election. President Rajapaksa has congratulated the students who had secured the highest place in the results of the GCE Ordinary Level Examination. The student of Devi Balika Vidyalaya secured the highest marks at the O-Level examination. She is Pavitra Shyamali Gunavardhana. Charit Kaushal Vimalaratna of Dharmashoka College, Ambalanguda, has come second, while the third place was secured by Diniti Upeksha Ranavira of Southlands College, Galle. President Rajapaksa contacted these students over the phone and extended his greetings. He also appreciated the services discharged by the teachers. You're watching Prime TV. We'll be back with more news right after this.
Sri Lanka's #1 chocolate is popping.
Ritz Brit Chocolates, Sri Lanka's #1.
Welcome back. Obstructions on air travel to London and Frankfurt still persists. Flights to several countries via Europe had to be cancelled due to the drifting of volcanic ash from Iceland into the atmosphere. Many flights from Sri Lanka to Europe were suspended. Reports emanating from the airport said that 2 flights due in Colombo today from London and another from Frankfurt were cancelled. In the meantime, a special unit is operative at the Katunayake airport for air passengers destined for Europe to secure information. Sources emanating from the airport said that several programs are also being organized to provide facilities to air passengers, including foreigners who are stranded at the airport due to the cancellation of flights to Europe. Moving on, the Postal Department has requested the public to refrain from sending mails and parcels via the airmail to European and other countries impacted by the volcanic ash cloud. Among the countries for which postal goods will not be accepted are Austria, Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Britain, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, Russia and Switzerland. Air flights to Europe have been suspended due to the volcanic eruption in Iceland. The volcanic ash drifting in from Iceland has polluted the airspace, and as a result, air flights in mainland Europe have been impacted. Well, the share market does it again. The Colombo Bourse has established a new record by registering its highest value in history. Chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission Udeshri Karivasam said that the all-share price index exceeded 4,000 units for the first time in its history.
Colombo Stock Exchange today reached its highest ever value, that is the all-share price index reached the unit 4,015, and also the Milanka price index reached 4,576 units. This is the highest ever value of the all-share price index and the Milanka price index of the Colombo Stock Exchange. And in the history, we have never crossed 4,000 mark in the all-share price index. Now, this shows the confidence of the people, especially the investors and the corporate sector, I think with the continuous political policies of the government.
United Nations representatives have pledged